But it can be used. These platforms, these social media platforms, my videos, if I tell you about what's happening with my family, then I mention some websites and some radio shows that are going on, and some news stories. It can be very, very useful. Don't just think, hey, that's a mainstream news story and every TI should really know about that. Don't assume, because I don't have cable, so I have to be told a lot of stuff by other target individuals. I really need to get cable for the news, for just what the mainstream media is reporting, so I'll know what they're not reporting. I really do need to do that, but I really rely on other TIs who are on top of things. I get information from them, and then I bring it out, on social media platforms. I do remember what I wanted to talk about, guys. It took about 2 minutes. I was kind of remembering it while I was telling y'all the last thing. There was a video out on YouTube, and this is also very exciting news for TIs. A video by Anonymous. It's called, if you look it up, you look up the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called ORNM. ORNM, and I think it may be ORNM Project. I know it starts with ORNM. But basically, it is Anonymous putting out a video stating, the video is called, what is it called? It is called "We Are Entering a New Age." Anonymous, we are entering a new age. Or we are entering a new era. So it's Anonymous, we are entering a new era. They talk about ORNM, which is an open remote neural monitoring initiative that they are doing to get engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, people of all different specialties to work on making this equipment, or making some kind of version of what we were getting hit with, so that it can be detected. So Anonymous is trying to help us out. Now, the thing with this is, I'm not sure if it's Anonymous official, but the deal with that, this is the deal with Anonymous this is my personal views on Anonymous. If somebody has a cause for the American people, or for freedom, Anonymous is the way that it is, so that people can take up the Anonymous name, and show it, as long as it is a good cause and it's for the freedom and safety of Americans, and knowledge getting out. That's why Anonymous is like it is, so that they can use it. So I'm not really sure if it's somebody who, in the target individual community, or maybe some Anonymous members who are target individuals, or Anonymous official decided to do this channel. It's ORNM, where they are doing an initiative to try and like back engineer some of this equipment. I don't know, I don't even know where they begin. But it's good to talk about, and it's good to get this started out, support them. But that's kind of that's how I kind of picture Anonymous. It's Anonymous for a reason, so that anybody with a good cause can come in and get them help, get their help. Get their help, and use that as a platform. I think that, to me, that's what Anonymous is, and I just think they're great. I'll say this: I'd rather that mainstream media news outlets, some mainstream agencies were helping us with this, which they're mainstream agencies. I don't know if they're really helping us with this that much, but there are some ex NSA whistleblowers, Bill Binney, Kirk Wiebe, that are helping us. But I'd rather. I don't know, Anonymous is going to do it, so it's awesome. So I guess that's the only way I can say it is, I would rather it be, someone who isn't anonymous, but I understand now, as a targeted individual, I completely understand why Anonymous built their organization how it is, and why they do not come out like with everybody's names and stuff like that, because we do live in a surveillance society. We live in a remote neural monitoring society, so it's even worse than people think. And, you know, at first I was like, well, you know, this was like in 2000. I think Anonymous was out then. And I had the same kind of mentality. I was like, well, if you're doing something good for your nation, you know, you don't need to be anonymous. That's kind of cowardly. After experiencing the reality of what's happening in our country for many years, I think it's been almost 2 decades that I've been, you know, gang stalked, surveilled, you know, remote neural monitored and tortured. 7 years hardcore. 7 years really hardcore. You know, I do respect that idea now, to remain anonymous and to get things done. And I don't think that organization, I don't think the mainstream respects them as much as they should be respected for that idea, because of how dangerous things are in our country. And how if you are doing something very good for the public and for freedom, you can be, you know, targeted, you know, lied about, you know, really taken down because you're actually trying to do good things and reveal crimes to people. They may see you as a nuisance because, you know, what they're doing is completely illegal, but they see themselves above the law. You know, so I really respect Anonymous a lot more now, not just because of what they're doing to help us, but also just, you know, I didn't respect that idea when I first heard about it. And I was like, that seems kind of dangerous. They seem like hoodlums or something like that, and, you know, they can really be used against them. And it has been used against them. You know, they kind of made a hard, like a kind of a hard campaign against Scientology, because we know the evils of Scientology, but they went hard against Scientology, and Scientology used the anonymous factor of it, you know, to do things themselves. Like, you know, Scientology was doing some things and then saying they were anonymous. So I saw the danger in it, but it really is necessary in these times. And they are smart for doing that. They've done a lot of good work, gotten people aware of many dangerous issues in our country, getting our freedoms taken, and worse than that, things that are way worse than just taking our freedoms, taking our lives, torturing us. So, you know, kudos to them. Check out that video, see what you think. I think that it is officially anonymous, even if it's not the main group doing it. It is somebody who has taken up a just cause and is getting help from Anonymous. So then it becomes Anonymous official, because it is a true cause and it's truly trying to save lives and let people know, you know, about things that are going on in America and you know, corrupt things that are going on around the world. Alright guys, I'm kind of getting to about 45 minutes. I guess I went through some important things that I wanted to go through. Please leave me some comments. I'm trying to get to them all. I'm kind of drowning and just trying to survive, but you know, all the various things that I'm doing to attenuate, supplements, cleansing. You know, I've been jumping on the cleansing with Epsom salt every other day, and then every other day doing borax and palm olive with L-lactate acid, to really get any kind of biofilm that chemtrails and toxins in my environment are producing on my skin and inside my body. Working on the grounding, you know, really at least listening to Dave CD for like 8 hours while I sleep, or 12 hours sometimes. You know, holding them back, not experiencing 100% relief, but still fighting like you guys. So, you know, if you're in a place where you're in so much pain, try and triage it, try and do some cleansing, definitely try and get Dave's CD. We really got to get that up somewhere where it's high quality, where a lot of people can get to it, because I have I'm like so poor right now, and I can't really help. He's sending them out. He's sending out his newer version I'm finding out that I like the first version better. So if you have the first version and you feel like you're really missing out on the newer version, you still get it. Like, I'm not saying don't get it and don't try it, because it could be different with me, but I'm feeling like the first version is louder. It interferes more, and for some reason it's working better for me. But I'm still kind of switching them out, which I think is kind of smart to do. I really did think the second version was working better, or the newest version, I should say, was working better. But I found out my attackers were kind of, they were toning down the attacks when I'd listened to the second version for a long time, and then they would hit me real hard with stuff that I hadn't experienced listening consistently to the initial version that I got. But I won't go into that, and we all do have different protocols for our targeting, so please do what you think is best. Get ideas from other target individuals, keep fighting, and use defensive methods that work for you. Throw spaghetti up against the wall, to make your life better, to make it more comfortable, to make it bearable, to make the torture bearable. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to go out of my mind with the voice to skull and the heavy hits to my neck and my head. But then, I kind of move past that. I, just hit the cleansing hard, or, really just get on that CD and just listen to it. Kind of put everything on the back burner and just do that and read. And I work at it. I really work at it. And that's why I'm able to stay treading water. I'm able to stay treading water while we do some major activism and see a lot of changes happening. I just think some huge changes are coming, guys. I've been saying it for a while on my videos, and I'm right. Like, y'all can look at my past videos. This is going to come out in the mainstream media. There's going to be stuff, and I'm right. And I have a feeling that our lives as TIs will change for the better majorly in 2018. Majorly. If we keep on the track that we're going, and there's an exponential increase in public awareness, things could change so much that we might get a lot of our freedom back, all of our freedom back in this program. It's the time for miracles, guys. It's really the time for miracles. So keep fighting. I know this is horrible and just bizarrely evil to the point where it's really hard to take. It's hard to stomach. But let's keep taking our wins and really thanking God for our wins and the miracles that we're getting. Thank other activists for what they're doing. Putting themselves on the line and get information out about what other activists are doing on social media. I know that I love to do personal testimonies and just let y'all know what I'm doing. If you feel more comfortable with that, stick to whatever you feel comfortable with, what you think is doing good. But I would like to encourage people to get the word out on important things. Get the word out. And guys, do the Global TI survey. I think the deadline is like the middle of October. I'm pretty sure it's the middle of October. Please get those in. I think they're going to be able to work some magic with that Global TI survey. I think Bill Benny and the TI's on board on that. You do have to send your name and your address to globaltisurvey@gmail.com. It's worth it. They're just trying to keep perps out by getting that information. But once you give them that information, they hide that information, and then they give you a code to do your survey, and that's what they work with. So they're really safeguarding that personal information, and it's just to keep people out who would just come in anonymously and skew the data. They really want pure data of what's happening with this so they can help us and they can show this to people and say, look across the board, look at this data, these people are experiencing this. Alright guys, I'm getting to about 45 minutes. I actually had some in. I just drank a Red Bull, which is bad. It has a lot of sugar in it. Stay away from a lot of sugar, but I really needed a Red Bull. Alright guys, so that's all I have for today. I'm gonna really try and hit it hard with the videos and give y'all information that I've heard of. And God is behind us, guys. So let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.